Good Tuesday afternoon, you guys. How you doing? Hair game is not great today. I tried to do a refresh the curls. Never works out for me. The refresh sprays, I don't know. So that's what's happening today. As well as I wanted to share some really cool, our reviews for Succulent are dope enough. Cell quenching hydrogel succulent. I'm just really into this right now because I am delightful. I am testing right now a clear product on the last little bit of melasma right here on my cheek. Right now I have on Succulent. Delicious. Just balmy, succulized skin. And I have a little bit of my Festival Fire on, which always kind of camouflages a little bit. But it really helps reduce the redness because I'm sampling a secret product that it's going to be our next product on my melasma right here, and it can make it a little red. So Succulent is very much assisting in that. It's dope. So anyways, you guys probably know a lot about our Succulent with its Gromwell and beta glucan. Hi Leslie! Mwah. Thanks for joining. I know I'm a little bit on time, so I get to see you briefly before your ballet class. Yay. Yes. Polyglutamic acid, both high and low level, hyaluronic acid, the barley extract, beta glucan, which I think is what is, hey Rachie! Hearts. Thank you guys. But anyway, so this is, so I was going to tell you, and the glucoceramides. I was forgetting it also has glucoceramides with Power Packed, as you guys know. So, and there's probably a lot of reviews saying how dope it is. But a friend of mine's mother was utilizing it, and she's got rosacea. Rosacea, which I think now more and more it's realizing that it's from these mites in the skin. But her redness was really drastically reduced. It was really awesome to hear. She was just saying how, as she'd been using it over really just a week and a half, it had such improved. Yes! I don't know if it's going to come in a bigger size. I don't know if we're going to be able to do that. You want to supersize it? Supersize! I don't know if that's going to happen, Rachel. It'll be, yeah, what size would we make it? 100? Festival Fire on it? Oh, thank you, darling. The Festival Fire is, we've got, one day, there's all these other products that we're trying to come out, so I feel like the Festival Fire is not a priority anymore. I'm gonna give it out to you guys because I really like it. Even though it's purple, it is a bit purple, I feel like it's very springtime and fresh. Yeah, it looks really good. Anyways, I find out, oh my gosh, my kitty! So I just want to share that awesome story. Let me grab her real quick. She just loves. Look how upset she is. Okay. Like, get off me. Thank you. I thought that was very cool and very reassuring. And you don't have to use very much. Blend, blend, blend. Does it not look like blended? Yes, or you're just saying that's the way to do it. Blend, blend, blend. Yeah, it looks blended here when I put it on, but maybe it's not so blended. It is tricky to blend, but you really don't need very much the Succulent or the Festival Fire. Just a light dab, and then it looks very just like that youthful glow, in my opinion. Does it look unblended? No, it doesn't. Anyways, I'm back to really enjoying Succulent. I live without this right now, even more than the LUX. Thanks, Leslie. Oh dear. Because sometimes I put this on and it looks a little crazy. When I come back off the camera, I'm like, whoa, maybe I didn't blend that very well. Oh dear. Yeah, so this has been really helping me with it because I have been sampling this dark spot corrector. I'm going to come out with, don't tell. And it's going to be very exciting. But at first it can be a little reddening, so Succulent has been my go-to even more than LUX. I use them together, but if I'm out of Succulent, It's a real bummer. It's a real bummer. And then just hearing these awesome stories, I'm like, yes, Succulent might very well surpass Lux, maybe sometime, in terms of its popularity. Glucoceramides, it must be that, and the beta-glucan, but also the Gromwell. I don't know, all of these really cool products now, and you use it twice a day. You want a bigger size? Don't use too much. You really don't need very much. No idea, Leslie. I shouldn't even mention. You guys will get like the first inklings of anything. I have no idea when that's going to come out. Hopefully within the next few months. But that's a few. Who knows? That guy. Clearly, I am wrong often, like Professor Fire. I love the Lux, darling. Lux is very dope. And you know what else I love? Is this Ilia Eyes. So what I have right now on is just a little bit of that. I have Succulent on, and then I just went straight for the I really like this Ilia still, and then my Eco Brow, which then I just go a little bit here, and then I kind of brush it with the little spoolie. That seems to be the best. And then I came and just put a little bit of my Festival Fire on. I think it's Lux, but Succulent is kind of neck and neck right now, as you can tell why. Succulent. Succulent. It's also my favorite name. Isn't it a good name? Succulent. Just so quenching. It's exactly what it does. It's just like hydration. So don't, Rachel, make sure your face is damped and just use less. You don't need very much. Don't you find that to be true? Just a little bit really goes a long way, I think, with Succulent. Especially if your skin is moist, because it's like just pulling in the moisture. Cleanser, but would like it better if it be large size price. Yes, I understand, you guys. I like fresh eyes too. Hey, mumsies! I don't think we'll ever be able to make silk in a giant size either. I just don't think. I did push for it. I'm like, what if we go for it? I mean, we're still, maybe, you know, that's probably more likely than Succulent, to tell the truth. But we'll see what happens. Yeah, it would be cool if it was in like a big jug. Oh, body! Don't go too crazy. Just experiment, Rachel, with using less and with more moisture already in your body or in your face, your décolleté, and then just using a little less. I think you might find it adequate. It's still going to just be drawing that moisture and expanding. So you might find it in less. Try that, because it's unlikely we're going to be able to supersize Succulent. Quite unlikely, to say the truth. But the silk is still still pushing. That's it. You definitely more likely. Yes, it is. Pretty sure Rachel, yeah, is into the Lux as well. LUX Nourishing Beauty Oil. Pretty sure you guys have both used the Lux. Pretty sure that is quite popular indeed. Silk is too small for the cost. Yeah. Well, there's definitely much more expensive skin cleansers about that size. I've seen definitely more expensive ones, but there's also that green one that is a little cheaper. You like the Lux too, you just like the Succulent best. I'm really like, they're neck to neck too right now. But the Lux is like, they're just great on top. But I'm finding that I can't just do the Succulent right now. I'm just like, wow, I love it. This is wonderful. Yes, the silk, that's true. There's definitely, it's got, better. I mean, I would just use a different skin cleanser. That's oil cleanser, because there's definitely cheaper ones, but they don't have as special as ingredients in it as well. But it is a cleanser. So I feel you on that note. Cleansers, you don't need, maybe you don't need to go as fancy. the cleansers, although this one has some fancy cleansing ingredients in it, which make it a little bit more pricey. It is beautiful. It smells beautiful, but I feel you on there. There's definitely some comparable, and you know, you got to pick where you're going to spend your monies. Silk's popular. Not as popular as Silk and Succulent though, that's for sure. And also Silk, you don't need to use a huge amount either, although I can see why you'd want to. But sometimes I just use a little bit on my eyes, you know, to get the oil cleansing for the eye makeup, you know, because you don't need to wash your face all the time, in my opinion. In the morning, sometimes I just really do a little bit of the water, or ciao Leslie, enjoy your dance class. Or sometimes I just rinse my face with a little bit of water, or do the bright, you know, on certain areas. But I find that it's good. You don't have to wash your face continually. I don't think you have to wash it multiple times a day. I do it more in the evening with the Silk to cut the cleanser cuts through, you know, sunscreen and eye makeup. That's what it's best. But alas, I definitely would be more apt to buy the Succulent. This stuff is on. Thank you, Rachel. Mwah! It's true. There's such great stuff here, isn't there? Which I agree. Succulent and Lux. These are definitely worth their weight in gold. I love it. And you guys, did I tell you my Oral Lift update? I was going to, I'm working on a video. Working on it. Spa Silk Cleanser. Lovely mum of these. Wonderful indeed. I was having a little pain because I'm in my period of pausing the Oral Lift, having a pause, and I was having like a little pain in my ear or my jaw or something around here, and I was kind of like, oh, is this a TMJ symptom or something? Or because I hadn't been using it, like I was in a little bit of a break, and I realized, so then I started using it and it went away. That's the gist of it. Like I was like, oh, this is kind of like hard to chew a little bit. I really hadn't experienced it before, I don't think. And then I started using my Oral Lift again, and it just went away one day. So it was good because I was like, what is this, an ear issue? I don't want this to be something that I have to dig deeper than just using my Oral Lift to fix. And it wasn't. So definitely Oral Lift for our anti-aging amazingness, but also TMJ issues for those of you that might have TMJ issues. Oral Lifts. Cheaper than the $3,000 ones you can get from the dentist. It's not exactly a guard like the people who grind, but it's like a trainer for not grinding, I think is the key. Because I know they have the guards in your mouth that you wear at night so that you don't grind your teeth away. Splendid, simply fabulous. But yeah, I thought that was just a cool tidbit, which I don't think I told you guys yet about that. So I gotta get on the video of my Oral Lift, and they have really cool before and after pictures if you look on their site. There's one woman who had been wearing it for 16 years, and she looks she looks better, her picture, after 16 years than the first. Look, can you guys see on the computer? Before, after. Isn't that cool? Anyways, peruse through their stories if you are interested. And that's it, you guys. Definitely check out the Succulent, especially anybody with rosacea stuff. Yeah. Yeah, it was 16 years. Her cheek, it looks like her facial bone structure has shifted. Yeah. Before, after 16 years, and her eyes look more broad. It's just like shifts the bones in your skull, which I do think does happen. Her jawline, yeah, the jawline looks all different. it's super interesting. The drooping of the mouth corners, and that's one thing that they really highlight. You guys want to see is the droop. Can you even see the glare and everything? You're talking about her lips. You see the lip corners that's something that I'm always keen on, because I feel like that's something that shows up for me if I'm not doing that facial exercises that really release these pulling you down muscles. And it's quite different in her. Anyways, invest herself who will. Yes, that's right, Alex. Correct. So anyways, that's all I have for you. Check out the Orla stories. Very inspiring. Check out Succulent, especially if you have red irritation. There's sample sizes of it in a little packet. And bid you adieu, darlings. Ciao.